Running a little bit late from Louisville, Kentucky. How's it going? What's going on out there? I know it's tough for people in Florida. We're going to do a giveaway in about 20 minutes. So you got to hang around and hand me the harmonica.
No.
Please. For this Beatles harmonica box only that I got from Mikey Arugula. And this Beatles napkin for 1964. 3 difficult questions concerning the song Please Please Me by the Beatles.
It's because it's so up close. It needs to be farther back.
Let's see, let's put that right there. Everybody doing okay out there? I got my thermos in to go with my lunchbox I showed in a short. Hardly any tarnish wear on the bottom. Unbroken glass, 1965 Aladdin. And I showed the lunchbox, just got a little bit of wear inside from the thermos rubbing up against the side. Got the original thermos clip. Most of these don't have that thermos clip in it anymore. No dents. Hardly any wear on the rims. The 3rd best condition one I've ever had in my lifetime. Sold one for $3,200 and one for $2,500. This one is a bargain at $1,888. Clear off the table. Better do a few shout outs, I guess. Got any messages?
Joseph Mantino, hello, STICKERMANIA family. How are you doing? I'm doing great, thanks.
How you doing, Joseph Mantino?
Gregory Foyle said, yo, from California, Beetle Gregory.
All right, Gregory, he wanted my BC sealed 13, but I already sold half of the sealed albums already. I'll show it in a little bit.
He asked if you need his address, Frank.
Wait, it's always big to show our address.
Our address?
Oh, our address?
It fell down. Skylar, get it on the floor.
No, he asked if you need his
Skylar,
house
do a good
address.
job of holding that up there for the camera.
Send it to this email.
He's already got it. Gregory's already got it. Come on, how do you say it, Skylar? Mr. _ you do it.
Yes, just send your house address.
Mr. _ STICKERMANIA at yahoo.com.
I didn't do the mama papa.
Mama Papa said, now you've been down to New Orleans, then you can understand just what I mean. Now all through the week, it's quiet as a mouse. On Saturday night, they go from house to house.
Gotcha. That's the lyrics of a song, I'm sure.
He said BC 13, not BC 6.
Is what Gregory said.
I thought you said BC 13.
BC 13 is what I thought I said. Maybe I made a mistake. I make old man mistakes. Sorry, Greg. Greg's the one that sent me a picture. He was holding up John Lennon's $3 million acoustic guitar that was used during Help that was sold at Julian Auctions. So that was an amazing picture. Way to go, Greg. I'm pretty sure you sent me a picture that was pretty cool. All right, lunchbox is off the table. I'm gonna have to pull this Led Zeppelin album off the table before Sticker Kid does any damage to it. This is a January 1969 Led Zeppelin 1 from the United States that has that mistake of leftover labels of the purple and the brown Atco labels on it instead of the regular Atlantic labels that I'll show you. They even say that I have to play this. They say that it's a little different mix on side 1. Led Zeppelin 1.
You jump around, it makes the camera out of focus. So don't be jumping around.
And that's the label change from That was an Air label, and the label it was supposed to have on is the one we're all used to on Led Zeppelin albums. So big difference. All right, I'm gonna put these Led Zeppelin albums all out of the way. Sticker Kid's a little jittery tonight.
George Music for All Seasons said hello to all. Gregory Fio said 2.4 million, thanks. Love me, do guitar, she loves you, please, please me, guitar, Frank, not help, haha.
Not what?
Not help, haha.
Hard Day's Night. He didn't use that acoustic guitar during the filming of Help? I thought he did. Maybe I'm wrong. You know more about it than I do.
He said he kept the gloves too.
He kept the gloves.
That he wore when he had it on?
Yeah. Alan C. Records, I love Frank and Grandkids. Love the Hard Day's Night album, sounds fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Alan C. Records bought a Hard Day's Night 1982 HTM Harry T. Moss recut from me, and he's glad all over. I talked a little bit about that. Harry T. Moss recut most of the Beatles albums except for Please Please Me and With the Beatles in the late 70s. And Tom Port from Better Records say they're the best audiophile pressings ever if you get them from 78 up to 82. He loves the Abbey Road. All right, got a few more. You see my Ringo shirt I got on? Rockaway Records has so many Beatles memorabilia, sometimes they put things up too cheap. This original promo for 1974, Goodnight Vienna.
Drop down low because you can't see it. There you go.
And they put this up the same time, 1973 promo shirt for Ringo. 1973, Ringo's greatest album. So they put that up at a price I couldn't resist. I bought them both instantly. It's cool to get original promo shirts for solo Beatle albums. And here's the great Ringo album that you guys know that this came from. All 4 Beatles are on this album. I had a test pressing of this once. I had the long version of 6 O'Clock by Paul McCartney on it. All right, we got a Beatles in Cincinnati, 1964 program I just got in. This is not a reproduction, this is a real deal. It was sent in 1964 to Stephanie in Cincinnati, Ohio. Got the shipping label on the back. This came out about a month after the Beatles played in Cincinnati, and it has a lot of concert shots from the Beatles in Cincinnati and the Cincinnati Garden. They said it was 110 degrees. They sold standing room only tickets. There were 10,000 people in an arena that could only really hold 8,000. If you ever watched a little bit of the video of it they have on YouTube, the Beatles are sweating. That's where they're getting off the airport there in Cincinnati. This sold for $1 back then, worth a lot more than that, and you could buy a Beatles press conference 7-inch record for $1 outside of that too. I've had that a couple times. WASI was a radio station in Cincinnati, and all the DJs were back there behind at the press conference surrounding the Beatles. Dusty Rhodes, he wrote a whole story about how he met the Beatles and he put up the money for this concert. He had to put it up against his house, but he made a lot of money on his investment.
Gregory Fio said, remind me to show you one of John Lennon's guitar strap his cousin gifted me, Lennon DNA.
All right.
Used on his orange paperback writer, Gritch, and John's E-phone casino. FE phone.
Gregory, he also knows a little bit about the Paul McCartney bass that got lost. That's all I'll say.
He said, I'll send pics to your email as good as it gets. Daniel Castillo said the American Dream, Dusty Road Eyes.
Yep. There's Ringo on drums at the Cincinnati Gardens. He's even on the back. There's more pictures of Ringo in this book than any of the other four Beatles. Let's put this over here. Got a couple more things on the table here. Just got this in today. Sticky Fingers. This is a 71 original pressing because it has a print on both sides on the bottom. But this is when they got heat for having the zipper all the way to the top. It was putting damage to the record. So the record company was told to lower the zipper so it didn't damage the record. Andy Warhol. Got the hype sticker for the red tongue affixed to the back shrink. And the inner sleeve with the Rolling Stones and a young Mick Taylor on there. Finding a Sticky Fingers original pressing where it isn't all tore up to see the Andy Warhol print is almost impossible. Last thing off the table, got this in today. This was won at a social media event in late 2023 in England, and Chapel Roan signed so many cassettes when they first got released in 2023 in September, and this is one of them. This is already sold. Sorry, somebody locally already has dibs on that. All right, let's do some shout outs. And then we'll do the giveaway. We're going to do a giveaway every weekend. Mikey Arugula talked me into it. Dave Frazier, my local guy, he's the one first that reached out to buy the Beatles Get Back Journals, the trademark of quality 11 colored vinyl LP box set. A couple other people were upset they didn't get a chance. I said, well, he reached out first. He bought it for $450. Some people think messages that I sold that too cheap, but I didn't want to sell it on eBay. They frown on selling underground albums. We're going to shoot to have a Rachel's Ghost. I'm not sure of the date. Our next interview a week from Wednesday towards the end of September, and I got to get a hold of Mikey Arugula and see if I can snag him up for one more interview. We've had a big festival in our parking lot at the grocery store today. The October 1st of Fall Festival. It was a car show. It went over real well. And what else about the festival? It was pretty packed. Sticker Kid didn't go this year. He usually goes every year. And then there was a lot of hamburgers and strip steaks and hot dogs and cheeseburgers left from the cookout. And at supper time, I brought them all up front by the service desk, and I started announcing, free, come get them. It didn't take more than 15 minutes for about, 100 of them. They were all gone.
Yep. Is that your good deed?
That was my good deed for today. One other grocery store story from my lifetime. I've been in the business for 56 years. When I was young, a teenager, and I had to go back in the meat cooler, and it was dark. Back then, they didn't have boxed beef. They only had whole sides of beef. And it used to scare me to death to see a whole side of beef in a hardly lit cooler. I had to get out of there quick. That's my grocery store story for tonight. Chapel Roan's caused a lot of controversy this week. Barracuda that she did last week at Austin, the ACL in Austin, Texas, the hardcover. The young generation doesn't even know. They think that's an original Chapel Roan song. They don't know much about Heart. That shows you how time marches on. But there's a vocal coach that looked at her Bluff Council, whatever, in Iowa from the middle of last week. The first time she did Barracuda, and he said that she could have done it better, but that was really just a dress rehearsal for the ACL concert, because I thought in the ACL concert her and her band kicked ass. I hope that Barracuda cover is going to be on her new album. She's going to be on Saturday Night Live on November 2nd. We'll see if she does a new song or if she does that the Barracuda song or the Subway song. I think all those songs are going to be on her new album. Maybe it's going to come out this Christmas. We'll see. Council Bluffs in Iowa. That's where she did a dress rehearsal. They did the song 5 times in the sound check to try to get it down right. And that's why it wasn't perfect in that concert. But by the time she got to Austin, she had it down. And she plays Austin. She headlines tomorrow night and is going to do it all over again. Wonder if she's going to do the same set. My Kink is Karma. Kelly Clarkson's did that on her show, her daytime show. And she finally, they said people in the audience said she did 10 takes of it before she got it down right. But if you look at it on YouTube, it's a great version of My Kink is Karma. One other thing about Chapel Roan, Bill Maher, she must be getting pretty popular because Bill Maher spent about 5 or 10 minutes trashing her on his interview show. All right, that's my Chapel Roan minute if you don't have any questions about that.
Gregory Fio said a bit about the cavern bass. Stay tuned.
About the cavern bass, the lost bass guitar, stay tuned, right? Something big's going to happen in the world. That's all I can say about the lost bass guitar.
Thomas Jean said that's because Ringo was America's favorite Beatle.
Yep, they made more outside of Paul on the Remco dolls. The Sokies from Colgate Palmolive across the river, they only made Paul and Ringo. And on the napkins, they must have had Paul on the back of all the napkins.
Daniel Castillo asked, have you tried selling on First Dibs?
On what?
First Dibs.
On what? What's he want to buy?
Have you tried selling on First Dibs?
Maybe it's a thing. I don't know. Is that something that's called?
First Dibs?
No.
I don't know.
Maybe people get stuff for First Dibs.
I sell this, what I show on my YouTube channel. If you reach out to me, I'll sell it to you straight through my PayPal before I put it on eBay, if that's what it means. But the first person that we might make a deal with gets it if you see anything that I show that you want to buy. What's going on, Sticker Kids?
I have a joke and a question.
All right, well, we're going to have a little bit of early sticker time because he's ready to go. Go ahead. It's your time.
Why did a chicken...
Look at the camera.
Why did a chicken cross the road?
Why did the chicken cross the road?
So it can invent the joke.
So it could vent the joke? Invent the joke? All right. Anything else?
Can I go get my things for the sticker time thing?
Yeah, go ahead. You want to go behind me?
Kylo Foster
Don't
said,
Photoshop me now.
Oh, no.
Kylo Foster said at Mr. STICKERMANIA, how much for a Paul McCartney Remco doll in the original box?
I got down to my last 3. I gave one away to a sticker granddaughter. These are the last 3 I have out of 100 of them. And most of the 100 were, I think there were 70 of them were Paul.
How much?
These are, I would sell these through my YouTube channel, $330, $110 a piece. These are the original boxes. They got little holes in the cellophane window from Paul's nose hitting it. But look at those vivid colors on the box. This one's got a P on the top for Paul.
Thomas Jean said, good deed feed the multitude.
Yep.
Gregory Fiosa, Frank in the Meat Locker, a great butcher cover.
Huh. In the meat locker, a great butcher cover.
Julia Mattingly, hello, Mr. Stickermania and granddaughter of Stickermania boy Hope. All
How you
is
do?
well
How do
tonight.
you do? How you going, Julia? She only lives about a block from me.
I saw her earlier.
You saw her at the grocery store. What was my good deed I did for her today?
Bought a grocery.
You bought her groceries.
All
That's a
of
good
them.
deed, isn't it?
Nah,
All right.
just a sugar daddy.
All right.
Mr. Make Believe said, when will you have the White Album number 000001 up for sale?
I don't know. That was sold through Heritage or Julian. I think it sold through Julian Auctions when they sold the whole Ringo Starr collection, and it went for pretty sure over $2 million. Ringo Starr's personal White Album. It's amazing how Ringo got the first number. Maybe all the Beatles got a 0001. Maybe they had more than one of the first number.
Gregory Fio said, what's a low number on White Albums?
Low number on White Albums, well, in the United States it would be under 10,000, but I only go after UK pressings.
Joseph Mantino said, LOL, good one. And Thomas Jean said, now that's a good one.
All right.
Maybe so much a good deed.
So this is a South African export of the White Album, and it's number 15,237. It's a top loader. It still cracks when you open it up. It's got the flips on it, and the record labels are different than the Apple. They're on the Parlophone. A South African export because they didn't. In South Africa, they didn't have the rights to use the Apple label. According to Andrew from Polygram Auctions, these are pretty valuable, these exports. And if you're wondering who bought my Please Please Me album I showed on my last Saturday's live stream, it wasn't Andrew from Polygram Auctions, it was Andrew from New York. And let's get into the trivia questions and get them out of the way because that's one of them. All right, to win this harmonica box only from Hofner from 1964 from Germany, and this Beatles napkin, you get both of them. Next week we'll give something else away every Saturday. It's on my duplicates. Here are the 3 questions concerning Please Please Me. How much did I sell that Please Please Me album, mono, first press, black and gold Parlophone in the Brian Epstein Liverpool record store baggie for on eBay last week? That's one question. Second question, how much did I sell the Please Please Me sign 45 that was signed on the front and the back in Brian Epstein's Liverpool record store? Was signed on the stairwell when the Beatles did an acoustic set in early 1963, right when Please Please Me was released. I sold it last year for how much? To the nearest 1,000. Same with the Please Please Me album, the nearest 1,000. And third question, the Please Please Me 45 that was released in the United States on a 498. Which one's more valuable? The one that has Beatles with 2 T's or the Beatles with 1 T? Those are my 3 trivia questions. See who gets it right. What's he doing, Sticker Kid?
I was just wondering.
Got something on your face.
Check Daniel's answers real quick.
Daniel, 8,000, 14,000, 45,000. You gotta have 3 answers, guys.
Well, Daniel has 3. His 8 was for the first one, the 14 was for the second.
Put all your 3 together.
All right.
But
Daniel's not right. He's getting close. Keep going. You got any more?
no, not yet.
Everyone put all 3 together.
All
not
3
1, 2,
answers
3.
together on the same message.
or it won't be counted.
Daniel got.
Shh, don't say it.
Don't say have any of them right. Just
Right.
say the three again.
Well, he's got a lot of questions. He's got one right.
Well, Nova's Nick just came in. Give all three questions one more time.
All right, here's the three questions. What did I sell the first press mono Please Please album last week on eBay that I showed in the last live stream? The second question, a year ago, I said this in one of my live streams, the second most expensive album or thing I've ever sold, Beatles memorabilia. I sold a signed Please Please Me first press Parlophone red label that was signed in Brian Epstein's record store right when the single was released, and the Beatles did an acoustic set, and there were only 10 girls in the audience, and only 4 people got a signed record there, and it sold for what? And the third question is, the first press of Please Please Me from the United States in the spring of 1963, the VJ 498, which one's more valuable, the Beatles with 2 T's or the Beatles with 1 T?
Now I know where he got 5,000 from.
Yeah, Gregory had the first two, but he needed to do different on the third.
Yeah, I don't know. You're Gregory. You're putting the one question is about the T's. All right, Gary's got one of them right.
Oh my God.
So we've had 2 people get 2 of the questions right, but we got to get all 3 right to win. And 67 Pepper got 1 right. Gregory, you got that right. You got to have all 3 answers. Nobody can seem to get the second one. What I sold to Please Please Me,
It's
45 in Brian Epstein's office to the nearest 1,000.
It's not a giveaway if you keep saying this is right.
I know, but it'll go forever and ever if I don't get some hints.
No, it won't.
It will.
It does not.
We have other things to talk about. Yes.
You should have a bonus question, like
A bonus question?
what superhero was I when I first entered?
What superhero were you when you first entered the world?
No, when I first entered your YouTube channel.
What superhero when you first? I think you were Superman.
Spider-Man.
No.
Spider-Man. Okay. All right, we got some other questions. Let's see if Gregory's got it right. Nope. The middle question, guys, is messing you up. I sold it for a lot more than what you think. That signed Beatles 45 that only 4 exist in the world.
Wait, the
George
Christmas?
was on both sides, and Ringo, John Lennon, and George was on the A side, and on the B side was George, Paul, and Ringo. It's my logo on my YouTube channel.
The Christmas one?
No, that red 45. That's my sticker, Mr.
No
Stickerman.
one's got it.
Daniel Costello, you're getting close.
Not really.
You have 1 right, though. I'll give you a hint.
No hint.
67 Pepper, you have 1 right. Thomas Jean, I don't know what that means. Gregory, boy, you're getting real close. You're just too high on one of them. Let's lower it a little bit and you might win it, Gregory. You can't be over to win this question. All right, any other ones so we can finish this up? 150,000, I wish. 1 T, 2. Thomas Jean, no. Daniel Costello. Your guys are too high on one of them. The middle one. Let's get Tim. He's a local guy. You're getting pretty close, but you guys are all too high on the second one. Everybody's getting the first and the last question right. Lower that second one. Let's see who can get it. Oh, we got a winner. Daniel Costello, you won. I sold the Please Please Mono album for $8,000 last week on eBay. I sold the signed Please Please Me record from Brian Epstein's office for $25, and the rarest Beatles VJ 498 is the one with 1 T because they made a lot of them with 2 T's. And the second pressing, they didn't make very many, and that's why the 1 T is worth more.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Our favorite, one of our favorite people are always in there, Daniel Costello.
Yay!
Wow.
He won.
Send us your address through the email.
To the, show the.
Oh, actually, you should probably have his address on eBay, honestly. He's purchased stuff in the past from us.
Yeah, but I don't know, I only go 90 days back.
Alright.
So you got Mr. underscore, and to get underscore, you have to use the symbol part of your tablet or computer. It's a little difficult. STICKERMANIA at yahoo.com. Get a hold of me and I'll figure out where to send it. Way to go, Daniel.
Skylar, you like my
He
note?
said he's been here since day one.
Way to go. You guys couldn't get that 25,000. You had the other two. It's been a year. I knew that was a tough question. I thought I said it though in the last 2 live streams, didn't I?
You probably did.
When I talked about the signed Christmas record.
I'm starving and we'll be scared.
All right. Let's move it on. Butcher cover. Next year, Sticker Kid's going to be 14. And one of his goals
No.
is to learn how to peel a butcher cover.
Who said that?
Everyone,
You want to hold it up?
give it a second. Everyone, like, subscribe, and hit the notification link for more giveaways and more videos. Well, shorts.
This is a
And
West
laps.
Coast butcher cover. The last one I have in inventory that shows a lot of space underneath the bench. It's kind of a error because they showed too much of the bottom edge there. It's real rare to have it where there's space under the whole bench on the bottom. West Coast with the big 1 on the label instead of the straight 1, which is the East Coast that I can professionally peel from Scranton with a water-based glue.
Daniel said you did, but no one wrote it down talking about the autograph price that you did mention it. And Joseph said, beautiful butcher.
All right, thanks. A couple other shout outs and then we'll show some other things. Joe Hilton, I almost bought a Meet the Beatles promo cardboard. It's supposed to be an in-store display. And I reached out to Mikey Arugula. Do you think this is real or not? And I thought I was going to miss out, and I thought I was just going to buy it anyway. But I looked at Joe Hilton's Beetle Bay website, and I saw right away it was missing the red lettering and the small print, and I knew it was a reproduction. So I luckily found out just in time. That shows you how a Google search can... You can discover things pretty quick.
Get his sticker time done, because he's losing his mind.
No, I'm not.
All right, sticker time. What do you want to do?
I want to show you a cool house I made.
All right, show it to us.
It has blue walls,
Blue walls,
a red window,
a red window,
a beautiful inside.
a beautiful inside.
Which you probably can't see.
What do you call those blocks?
I don't know.
I don't know. You had those when you were real little. You must have found that down in the garage.
Oh.
All right, Gregory, you wanted to buy the BC-13. If you want to find one of these that are all sealed, the first 3,000 where they're numbered, they cost about $1,500. This is the only time they ever put sealed Beatle albums individually inside the BC-13. The first 3,000 imported from Capitol Records from England. So I got Please Please Me with the hype sticker. This is not a HTM recut. He didn't do the first 2 albums with the Beatles. All the rest of these albums are Harry T. Moss recuts from 1978. He might have done them in 77. Hard Day's Night. I got another Harry T. Moss I'll say after I've shown you these. He's the last of Greg that I got sealed. So I do have a Beatles for sale. I forgot about that. I found it in my storage unit. I do also have a Help that I thought I had already sold. A Rubber Soul, HTM, Harry T. Moss recut. A Yellow Submarine. A Sgt. Pepper. Tom Port said this one best pressings of Sgt. Pepper with the Harry T. Moss recut with less bass roll off, and Tom Port from Better Records swears this Let It Be is the best pressing ever from 1978. Got the green apple on the back. Those are the sealed ones left from that box set. There was a numbered 1460. I got the individual box set up on eBay for $99. And there's the gold sticker. I sold the Rarities album that was unique already yesterday for $99. That's a gold sticker that was affixed to the back with the titles. And that's the unique poster I've shown several times that was only in the first 3,000 box sets. It says Capital right on the bottom. The ones that in England with the unique poster, after the first 3,000, they don't say Capital on the bottom. And they're a little bigger. Alright, that's my BC 13 moment. Any questions on that?
Nope.
We're gonna show we're talking about Harry T. Moss. Andrew from Polygram's Auctions. I told you that Andrew that bought my Please Please Me mono album for $8,000 was not Andrew from Polygram's Auctions, but was Andrew from New York. And the 2014 mono box set, pretty sure they're not going to ever reissue this. We're going to do a sealed reveal today. I showed you the sealed box. I'm going to open it up today. A lot of people swear this is the best pressings, analog pressings on most of these ever in mono. I can open it up with this cutter. Yeah, it's got some strong tape on it. Careful, kid. Careful, sticker. I don't want to cut anybody. I think I'm going to get it here. Boy, it's on there tight.
Can I help?
No,
Why not?
because I got a blade.
I got my thing.
I had the blade in the wrong direction. I got it. Alright, let's put the blade away. As they always say, make sure you cut away from yourself. Here we go. There's the styrofoam inserts. Let's pull it out of here. Never been in this box from Germany since 2014.
Whoa.
Got the original insert on the bottom. And there we go, Beatles and mono. The only way you can make sure you get this and never been played, because they got resealable bags on the individual albums inside. I'm just they keep this mint, I'm not gonna open it up. It's selling this way. I'll make a deal on this for $1,800 through my YouTube channel. First person. Let me get that. We're gonna put it back together. That's as far as I'm taking it out. I'm gonna need help getting this back in.
Oh no. That's bad.
Yep.
Well, I thought it was the other way around.
No, it goes like that.
That's scary.
Alright, it is put back in and then we'll seal it back up. Alright, what did we not show today?
Me.
So the Led Zeppelin, we showed there. I got the sealed Led Zeppelin live from 1973. The song remains the same. If you've ever watched the 1973 Madison Square Garden YouTube live Led Zeppelin, in my opinion, they're the best live videos ever of Led Zeppelin because they're close to the studio songs where usually Jimmy Page is just kind of improvising every time. But on this, because it was for the film, he stayed pretty close to the original songs. So in my opinion, Rock and Roll and Black Dog and Stairway to Heaven sounds better on this pressing and that film than any other time in Led Zeppelin's career. But that's my opinion. And talking about that, my video today, my short video I put up, you know I have a Beatles channel mostly, and somebody said the Beatles are so overrated, the Doors are 50 times more talented. And boy, I got people going on that one. Somebody backed me up on it and I totally disagreed. I said the Beatles as a group were the 4 most all-around talented rock musicians to ever walk the planet Earth. There are a lot of Doors fans out there who didn't like that comment. And then finally somebody said, can't they both be equal as the best? And no, not in my opinion, no. With the Doors, I had a great first album that came out right before Sgt. Pepper if they hadn't been influenced by the Beatles to begin with. Come on.
Wow.
Any questions we got going?
67 Pepper said, nice. I kept my OG packing from the 2014. I'll be selling my box very soon.
Oh, the box only with the inserts can sell for about $200, the empty box.
And then 67 Pepper said the Doors were the best performers on acid.
Gotcha.
And then Brad Parnell, everyone that has told me the Beatles were overrated were people who couldn't name more than 5 Beatles songs. They have no idea what they're talking about.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Brad Parnell. You got to dig deep into the Beatles to really realize their legend. All right, let's show a few more things. Where we at on time?
We are 45.
45. Let's go 10 more minutes.
Gregory said, make an offer on the Yellow Submarine on eBay here.
The sealed Yellow Submarine from BC-13?
I guess. He just said, make an offer of Yellow Submarine on eBay or here. So maybe he just asked.
Oh, you can make an offer here, and I can sell it straight through my YouTube channel. And like I said, that's all I'm going to say. I'll sell what I show here. I will sell straight through my YouTube channel at a small discount, so I don't have to pay the eBay fees. That's all I'll say. Rockaway Records, they all know how to do it.
eBay's gonna report you.
I sold a $8,000 album on eBay. They made a lot of money on that.
They take your money?
Huh?
They take your money for selling?
Yeah, they get that.
15%.
What the?
And when I buy, they get money too. So buy and
Their
sell.
website.
But you're selling to the world there through eBay. My YouTube channel, I got 2,009 subscribers, but I'm not selling to the whole world like eBay. All right, we got some picture sleeves from the Rolling Stones. We haven't talked much about the Rolling Stones. 1964, It's All Over Now, one of the first picture sleeves ever of in the United States. And it says, join the Stones, start a Rolling Stones fan club right there on the picture sleeve. And to have first pressings of the Rolling Stones, they have to be on this purple and white label. If there's a blue label like this, they're not a early 60s pressing. That's the way you have to have it to be the first pressing. Got a real nice Satisfaction, excellent condition, the biggest song, the Rolling Stones. They were only drawing about 700-800 people to a concert. And then Satisfaction became #1, and all of a sudden they were sold out everywhere, and there was chaos and riots, and the Rolling Stones would only make it through about 4 or 5 songs before the police would pull them off stage. The crowd would go crazy, start trying to rush the stage, and it just got to be uncontrollable. And that's a promo record for Tell Me on that orange label, and it says August 1964. The Rolling Stones took a while. When the Beatles started in February in America, people hardly knew who the Rolling Stones were here in America, only in England. All right, let's put that away. Any questions on the Rolling Stones?
You got my glasses.
I showed
40
these.
plus shipping offer.
Did I show both of these last
You
time?
said 40 plus shipping.
I think I only showed this in
Right,
short, right? What is it?
Gregory said 40 plus shipping or offer.
On the Yellow Submarine Seal? No, it's got to be higher than that. That's a Harry T. Moss recut. You come up a little higher, we'll make a deal. All right, this is the original song book for the White Album from 1968, December. What's cool about this, the cover is made out of the same material that the album cover is made out of. And this is the real rare book that only has the George and Ringo songs on it. So it's a lot smaller book. There's only about, how many songs are in this one? It's not many. There's only like 5, 6 songs in this one. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 songs on this one, where this one's got all the Lennon and McCartney in it. Here's a poster that was in that second one. Pretty cool poster that was detached. Look at that, the Beatles there. There's, I don't know if you call that the glass onion poster, but it's pretty cool. There's the flip side of it. That was in the Ringo and George songbook from December of 1968. Look at John Lennon's photo there. Pretty spacey. All right, what else can I show? Early Beatlemania. I showed the I Want to Hold Your Hand, the song that changed it all for me and many others when it came out in America, late December of 1963. It's what caused VJ to release Introducing the Beatles. They couldn't make this fast enough in the New York area. There's a video from the first visit where a record store, a manager brings out a box of these. I don't know if it had 25 or 50. And he's selling these as fast as he can take the money, and he had a Beatles wig on.
Why?
Because the demand was off the hook.
Why did he have a wig on?
And just to get into the whole Beatlemania way.
Why not?
Beatlemania, we're talking about first pressing from Canada, November 1963, when the Americans didn't really give 2 hoots who the Beatles were. And you gotta have this inner sleeve like this to be from the first issue. It's a loud cut, and it's got no dash after the matrix number. Just says Y or XEX447. And no -4, no -2. Very first pressing, loud cut mono. First Beatles album officially released in North America. Any other questions?
Gregory Theo said, "You're a hard man, Charlie Brown. I'll go 50."
50? 50 for the Yellow Submarine. You got a deal.
Plus the shipping offer.
Plus shipping, 50 plus. If you're going to California, it'd be about $12 shipping. Gregory just purchased the Yellow Submarine HTM recut that was in the BC-13. I will.
Gregory Theo said, "My battery is dying. I'm melting."
I'm only going to do a few more minutes. Let's see what else I didn't show. Here's a real early picture sleeve. This is the first one ever released in America. Tell Me on the Rolling Stones with the flip side, I Just Want to Make Love to You. And it also has about the Rolling Stones fan club on the bottom of the sleeve. And anybody out there know if these are real or not from England?
He said media mail cheaper.
Media mail? Yes, I can do media mail. I don't believe in media mail anymore, but I'll do it. How about Ground Advantage?
If it gets lost.
Ground Advantage would be about $8.05, and I trust Ground Advantage better than media mail. Let's do Ground Advantage, please, Greg. I gave up on media mail except for real cheap items anymore, especially to California.
Yeah, you might lose it.
So do you guys think these are real or not? These Rolling Stones guitar brooches. Never seen them. They say made in England. Got the pictures of all 5 Rolling Stones. And I have a Mick Jagger. I have a Charlie Watts. And I have a Brian Jones. Never seen these before in my life. Are they the real deal or not? What do you think? Some memorabilia is hard to tell.
I think it's not the real deal.
The Beatles, Terry Crane's the expert on Beatles memorabilia. Let's show these two Revell model kits.
Thomas Jean said, "Great show tonight."
Thanks, Thomas Jean. We tried. We got a Paul McCartney with the model already together. He's pretty fragile. I had to glue his feet back on. 1964. The Great McCartney. Same thing with the Beatles on this memorabilia. The John and the George are worth more as the Halloween costumes also. They always made more of Paul and Ringo. And how you know you have a United States version, the England versions are more vivid. But if you have a $1.50 price on the end, it was made in the United States. And then we got Ringo, which I haven't glued together. He's difficult. Ringo Starr. The original price was sold at a Wassoons department store for $1.27. Real nice box for Ringo. I found the instructions in another collection I had, so I can put that with it, but I have not put the Ringo together. Back with his feet and his drums. He's difficult. I've done it before, but there we go. Did I show my things that I haven't shown before?
Mama Papa asked, "You have a pressing of Dion, Abraham, Martin, and John?"
No, I do not. Was that by? Wasn't by Dylan. Who did that song?
Abraham, Martin, and John.
I know, but there's an artist that did that song. Was it Peter, Paul, and Mary? I'm not sure.
Price on models.
Price on models, I have the Paul up for sale at $170 on eBay, and I'm not putting the Ringo up until I get it glued together. Unless you give me an offer and you can put it together, I'll sell the Ringo with the instructions and the box for $150 through my YouTube channel. One more time on the YouTube channel. Where is it, Sticker Kid? You were in charge
Right
of it.
there.
I
Up
don't,
top on the wall.
I
see
don't
it?
know. Harris, you have my building.
No.
Oh, hold on. You taking it off and just bring the camera up so you
Yeah.
can show it.
We got another one of these rare Beatles blue background of the look poster from 1967 of the Beatles,
Upside down.
the Abaddon picture. Here's my address one more time. You want to send me email if you're interested in something, Mr._Stickermania@yahoo.com.
Dion DeMayuki. Dion DeMayuki.
Dion did it.
DeMayuki.
Yeah. Dion. What was Dion's biggest hit? I'm sure Brad Parnell is going to come up with it.
Oh, that's who came up with Dion Yuki.
All right, a couple things I haven't shown yet, and then we'll finish this off. You guys were asking about James Brown. Somebody did on my last episode. Do I have any James Brown? Well, this is original 1970s, early 70s, and it's a snap cassette. You ever seen like that on a paper label?
Run Around Sue.
Run Around Sue, that is it. Who got it?
Thomas.
Thomas.
Sheen.
Thomas Jane.
Now, everybody knows the song Run Around Sue. So that's a snap cassette of James Brown. And what do you think the big song on this is? Papa's got a brand new bag. James Brown's Soul on Top. All right, one more thing here. We got another Beatles item in today.
Brad Parnell said, I prefer Donna the Prima Donna.
What is it?
He prefers Donna the Prima Donna.
Prima Donna. Runaway Sue is a bigger hit there, Brad. All right, this is the last thing that was issued from the Beatles fan club when Frida Kelly was the manager or the secretary in charge of the Beatles fan club in England. This is the last 1972 last newsletter. It's hard to find these things from the very end because people had gave up on belonging to the fan club after the Beatles broke up. It went all the way till 1972. That's the original folder it came in. The official Beatles fan club. On the back, it's got a Liverpool address.
Yeah, Gregory, the PayPal will work. He asked if you wanted him to pay through PayPal.
Yeah, PayPal will work.
He said same address.
Yeah, he's bought stuff from me before. So you got Frida, and you got the Beatles sign down there, but that's probably secretaries that did it there. It's called Love Is All You Need, Your Friends. A real bad John Lennon and Ringo Starr. Paul McCartney's not too good of an autograph, and George Harrison. Probably don't know if Neil Armstrong did those autographs, but the Beatles definitely didn't. The Beatles weren't talking to each other in 1971 and 72. Not all four of them together. All right, what it says, well, this is you will doubtless. I'm going to read a little bit of the last newsletter. Can you behave, Sigurd, for a couple more minutes? Just 2 more minutes? Give him a big smile. What do you want to you want to tell him a joke? Say, how's everyone going? What are you supposed to say to the camera?
Hi.
And what's your key thing you're supposed to stress?
I don't know. Entertainment.
No, like and subscribe.
No.
All right, here's what it says on the last newsletter. Well, this, as you will doubtless have read in many sections of the press, is the last newsletter. I am sorry, but I suppose inevitably it had to happen. The Beatles are no longer together as a group. They're no longer a collective entity. John, Paul, and George and Ringo have each gone their separate ways, doing their own things and achieving great individual success. As I say, the Beatles no longer exist. And perhaps Ringo summed up the matter most concisely when he said, it seems pointless to keep alive a myth. But this is no time for tears. It's only one for happiness. For we all thank you very deeply for your support, your great loyalty over the years. And for me personally, this friendship has helped us to make the 11 years that the club has been running a period of considerably happiness, to which your letters, your thoughts were a great and abiding contributory factor. So it goes on and on. And at the very end, she says, well, there it is, 11 years and 11 years in which we have become a very strong, happy, and close circle of friends, the like of which has never before been seen and is likely never to be seen again in the pop music industry. Thank you for your many letters. Thank you for your greeting cards. I have a very important task to carry out now. I'm expecting a baby in early June, and bringing this child up is going to be a full-time job. Later, Frida.
Can I see?
One more thing from Gregory. You said, do you have a Cavern Beatles Red autograph book from 1963?
No.
And he said, good night, Kentucky. Thomas Jean said, Holler wrote Abraham, Martin, and John. Oh, wrote? Is this
All right, I think that's all. Until next time, I have more things coming next Wednesday. Sticker Granddaughter's got something else to say.
Joseph Mancino, so have a great week. Tonight's show was fantastic. Stay well, everyone.
Thanks a lot, Joseph Mantino.
Wait.
So you gonna say bye to everybody?
Wait.
Say bye.
You got some more.
Have a nice day, you all.
All right, have a great week, and thanks from Louisville, Kentucky.
Bye.